Hi everyone, welcome to this stretch class. So this is going to be a nice break in your day if you're working at a computer all day or if you've been sat down a lot. So it's only a short class, just gives you a chance to move, to stretch your body out before you go back to work. So let's start standing up. And to begin with, I just want you to get your body moving. So just have a little bit of a shake. Move your hips, move your hands, move your head. And then we'll just cross the arms in front of you a few times. It doesn't really matter how you do this. Just want you to get your body moving after some stillness. Okay, come to a still position. Just draw some circles with your neck. And a few the other way as well. Okay, take any more shaking, any more little movements that you might need. And then come all the way down to a seated position. Cross the legs. You can sit on a blanket, on a pillow, on anything that feels good for you to do. Sit up nice and tall in the spine, and notice that if you're rounding forwards at all because you've been working on a laptop perhaps, that actually right now you're trying to sit upright and back. In fact, if you can sit against a wall for this just for a moment, then do, so you can feel if the back of your head is on the wall and you're sitting up nice and tall. Take your right hand just out to the side of you. And then we're just going to draw your chin over towards your left shoulder. So you can look to the side for now, or you can look slightly down. You can have your head slightly tilted. And just explore where you find the nicest stretch all along the top of the shoulder and up into the neck. So the other thing you can do here is walk your right fingertips a little bit further away from you towards the right. But don't lean in that direction, so the whole of the torso stays exactly as it is. Taking a few deep breaths here, adjusting the chin slightly if you need to. If you want a bit more, put your left hand on your left thigh and just apply a little bit of pressure. And then keeping the head as it is, left hand to the ground. Apply a bit of pressure on the right thigh. Come back up to the centre. Maybe feeling a difference in the two sides of your neck. Again, sit up tall. Let's take the other side from here. So, left fingertips out along the ground. Bring your chin slightly closer towards your shoulder. And again, explore it. So move up, move down, and find the place where you feel this stretch along the top of the shoulder, the side of the neck. And just breathe into it. Maybe walk the left fingertips further away. Maybe press your right hand just down onto your right thigh. And then right hand to the floor. Maybe the left hand presses down onto the left thigh. Come all the way back up. Just draw a couple of circles with your head. Move into your neck. There might be some clicks and cracks here, that's okay. Okay, come back to centre, lift the right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Left hand can just be on the floor. Imagine you're getting taller and longer up through that right side of the body. Start to lean over towards the left. And start to bring the top of your arm more in towards your face. Almost like you're reaching across your face. And then come all the way back up. Come all the way upright. Two more. Really, really reach up high. And then lean over. And start to bring your bicep over your face. Bring it all the way back up. And stay here. Lengthen up, inhale. Exhale, lean. Hand and arm move across the face. Come all the way up. And release it down. Other arm, lift the left arm. Get really nice and tall. Lean across to your right hand side and then guide your arm down and in front of the face a little bit. Bring it back up. Come upright. Get even taller. And then lean again. Arm in front of your face. Come up. And get taller. Exhale, lean. Inhale, come up. Release. Hands on your legs or lap, whatever's going to work for you here. Just draw some big circles with your shoulders. Just get them moving. Imagine you're drawing circles backwards, big circles backwards. Shoulder blades are moving. And release. Hands on your knees, inhale, press the chest forward. Lift the chest up to the ceiling, maybe a slight look up, and then exhale round through the spine. Pull your belly button in towards you. And feel like your grip on your knees here is helping you. So you can pull back as far as you can, and you're holding your knees to stop you from tipping all the way backwards. Chin to the chest. Inhale, come all the way through. Chest is proud. So we're going to carry on with these seated cat-cows. Moving your spine in both directions, flexion and extension with the breath. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, pulling everything back, belly button to spine, chin to the chest. One more, inhale, come through. Exhale, round the body all the way back. Okay, come into downwards facing dog. So just coming onto your hands and knees, spreading your fingers, lifting your hips, and keep a big bend in the knees, and just take here any movement that you want to take. So a wiggle through your legs perhaps. Maybe you prefer stillness. You can be right up high on your tiptoes. You can have the knees bent. Really try and lengthen your spine as much as possible. And make sure that your head and your shoulders aren't dropping towards the floor. Keep the head up. Start to walk your feet forwards towards your hands. At the front of the mat, just take a moment in a forward fold. You can have your rib cage touching the legs. And roll your way up to standing at the front of the mat. Feet together at the front, sun salutation A. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Step back into plank. Chaturanga if you want to, otherwise lowering the knees, slowly lowering the body to the floor. Low cobra or full up dog if that feels better for you right now. Exhale, downwards facing dog. Take a moment in down dog. Wiggle as much as you want to. Step your feet together, let the big toes touch. And then from here, take both heels and let them drop over to the right hand side. So it's up to you whether they go together, one on top of the other, or whether the toes stay on the floor and the heels just drop. See how that feels through your body. Try to maintain even weight through the hands and pull the belly button up. Swap it over to the left. Over to the right. Over to the left. Come back to centre, feet are together. Look forward, step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold down. Inhale, lift to standing. Exhale, hands to prayer. Heart centre, same thing again. Inhale, rise the hands. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Step or jump, plank, chaturanga dandasana, or lower with or without knees, up to you. Up dog or low cobra, your choice. Downwards facing dog. Bring your feet together and move your heels right, left. Just however you want to. Okay, come back into centre. We're going to step the right foot forward in between the hands at the top of the mat. Drop that back knee down. Lift the right arm up into the air. So we're coming into this low lunge version of a twisted crescent. I feel like you're leaning back a little bit. And then from here, lift that back knee off the floor. So we tuck the left toes under, the back knee lifts. Twisted crescent. From twisted crescent, bring your right hand down next to your left. And then walk both hands backwards towards your left foot, turning on the legs. Put your right hand down on the ground, bend the left knee. Lift the left arm towards the ceiling. Coming into this side lunge. Lengthen your spine. Feel like you're almost sitting backwards a little bit. And go back to where we just came from. So, left hand by the right foot. Lift the right arm up. Twisted crescent. And then take it all the way to the back. Right hand down, left arm up, side lunge. Keep going with a couple more of these. And just see how smoothly you can come from one into the other. Okay, let's take the hands back to the front. 3-leg down dog, right leg lifts, downwards facing dog. Left foot steps forwards. Drop the back knee, low lunge, but keep the hands down. Lift the left arm up into the air, find that twist through your rib cage. So try not to twist as much in your lower back, really get the rib cage spinning. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, twisted crescent. Same thing on this side. So from here, both hands down, walk your hands to the right foot, right arm lifts this time, really sit back, come back to the front, lift the left arm. And then in your own time, just alternate between these two poses. And then the next time that you're at the front, step back, 3-leg down dog. And downwards facing dog. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. Bend your knees a lot. Stick your fingers into the creases at the tops of your thighs. And then almost press back, trap your fingers in those creases. Imagine you're trying to sit back from here. Feet are parallel. And then let your rib cage come onto your knees. Hands to the floor. And just have a wiggle here, side to side. Try to keep your spine as long as you can. So keep imagining a tall spine, even if it doesn't actually happen. We're trying not to completely collapse over the legs. So really think about a long, tall spine. Keep sitting backwards. Okay, from here we're going to walk our hands round our left foot. So hands walk around the left foot. The feet will turn. You're facing the back of the mat. And the feet are crossed. Left leg is in front and right leg is behind. Bring the little toes close to each other, toes in, heels out. So your feet are sort of in a triangle kind of shape here. Hands come down. Bend your knees as much as you can. And then lengthen your spine and have a wiggle side to side. Okay, we're going to reverse this to the opposite side. So walk your hands back where they came from. Keep on going round. Now go round your right foot. Keep going to the back of the mat. Right foot's in front, left foot's behind. And bend your knees, lengthen the spine as much as you can. Wiggle side to side. Alright, walk your hands to your left. Keep on turning them. Just come back to that neutral position, that squat, sitting back into those creases. Walk the hands forwards into downwards facing dog. From down dog, ripple forwards into plank. Let's take our wild thing from here. So bend the right leg, send it over the left leg. Right toes are on the floor, left foot is pointed. Lift the right arm up and over. Make sure your left shoulder is over the left hand. Come back into plank. Second side, bend the left knee. Send it over. Peel the left arm up. Press your chest open towards the ceiling. And come back into your plank pose. Drop your knees. Child's pose. From child's pose, look forward along the mat, slide your body through, come down onto the belly. But come into Sphinx, so your elbows are under the shoulders, hands are forwards. And let's just take a few breaths here in Sphinx. So in your Sphinx pose, try to imagine that you're ever so slightly tucking the tail under, so it feels like the bottom of the glutes are tucking just slightly under to create a bit more length in your spine. Okay, and then from your Sphinx pose, Drag your hands in. Maybe lift up a bit higher if it feels okay on your spine. Come back, child's pose. From child's pose, come to lie on your back. It doesn't matter which way around you are on your mat. Lying on your back, bring your right ankle just onto your left knee for a figure 4 stretch. Hands can be wherever you want them to be for this one. We're going to turn this into a twist. So from this position here, just let both legs drop to your left until the right foot lands flat on the floor. So the right knee will point towards the ceiling, and you might need to feel like you're pressing that right knee away from your body. And then also imagine whilst you're here that your right hip and your right glute is pulling down into the ground. So you should feel there's a difference when you are visualizing that. Let's take a few breaths. Okay, slowly come back to center. Swap your legs over, second side, left ankle to right knee, guide the knee open. Drop to your right, left foot on the floor, left knee points up. Imagine you're pressing your left knee away from you, imagine your left hip is pulling down towards the floor. Take a few deep breaths here. And come back up into the center. Release your legs. Come down into Shavasana. And even if you just take 30 seconds here in Shavasana, then amazing. Just take your time now to feel heavy, to feel still. So I'm going to keep you here for 30 seconds. And then if you want to stay for longer, then you can. Just feel whilst you're in Shavasana how just that small amount of movement can make such a difference to how you feel in your body, to how much energy you have, to your focus, your productivity. So you can stay here for a little bit longer if you've got the time. Otherwise, start to take any stretches. Start to take any movements that you want to take. Maybe bring the knees to the chest and bring yourself all the way up to seated in your own time. Sitting up nice and tall. And then to end this practice, just let the hands come onto the knees. Keeping your eyes closed, just draw a few more circles like we did at the start with the shoulders, taking the shoulders back in circles. Maybe moving the neck a little bit, maybe moving the rib cage, anything else that you want to move. Just a nice wiggle through the body. And coming into center, bring your hands to prayer at your heart. Take a moment to thank yourself, to thank your body. And thank you for joining me. Namaste.